everyone, welcome to HW News. My name is Aarti. The Nupur Sharma issue, the Nupur Sharma case just doesn't seem to end. Every day there is new dimension that is added to this issue. Now in the latest development, 15 ex-judges, 77 former bureaucrats and 25 retired officers have written an open letter in the name of CJI, Chief Justice of India N.V. Ramana, criticizing the oral observations that were made by the vacation bench of Justice Surya Kant and Justice J.B. Pardiwala of the Supreme Court against Nupur Sharma when her plea was pending before them. They were hearing her plea in the matter where she sought to transfer all the cases and club all the cases against her, club all the FIRs against her and transfer them to Delhi, transfer them to Supreme Court. Now, if you remember, on July 1, when hearing her plea, the Supreme Court in oral observations had slammed Nupur Sharma and said that she was single-handedly responsible for what is happening in the country, including the Udaipur incident. Now, you all know that in Udaipur, a tailor, Kanhaiya Lal, was beheaded by Islamist radicals for post by him in support of Nupur Sharma, alleged post by him in support of Nupur Sharma, then BJP spokesperson, who was later suspended from BJP. However, the case has been having some ramifications, some flutters in the society. There have been several cases where calls were given to behead people who were in support of Nupur Sharma as well, sparking debate on this matter. Now, this open letter that was signed by, as I said, 15 ex-judges, 77 former bureaucrats and 25 retired officers has condemned the statement that was made by, condemned the oral observation that was made by this vacation bench of Justice Surya Kant and Justice J.B. Pardiwala. The open letter says that these oral observations made by the vacation bench are not only unprecedented but they are also unfortunate. It says that they are not in sync with the judicial ethos. Such outrageous transgression are without parallel in the annals of judiciary. It says that the observations had no connect with the issue raised in her petition. It further says that court saying that she is single-handedly responsible for all that is happening in the country, including the Udaipur killing, that virtually exonerates the dastardliest beheading in Udaipur. It further says that one fails to understand why Nupur Sharma's case is treated at a different pedestal. Such an approach of the Supreme Court deserves no applause and it impacts the very sanity and honor of the highest court. This is what it says. Now, as I said, on July 1st, Sharma's lawyer had also said that she faces a security threat. She has been receiving death and rape threats. This is what she had also claimed, that after Mohammed Zubair of Alt News had posted that particular clip of her debate interaction on Twitter, she has been receiving the death and rape threats. That is what she had alleged. Her lawyer also made the same claim in front of the court. However, the court then said whether she faces a threat or she has become a security threat. It is shameful. She should apologize to the whole country. This is what the court had said. The court had also slammed Delhi police and asked why she was not arrested yet. The court also said that her remarks show her obstinate and arrogant character and also sort of show that she has a clout. This is what the court had then said. But now at least 15 ex-judges, 77 former bureaucrats and 25 retired officers, that is total 107 eminent personalities have criticized the court's statement, the court's observations. Now, who are these 117 signatories? These includes former Bombay High Court Chief Justice Kshitij Vyas, former Gujarat High Court Judge S.M. Soni, former Rajasthan High Court Judge R.S. Rathod and Prashant Agrawal, and former Delhi High Court Judge S.M. Dhingra, former IAS officer R.S. Gopalan and S. Krishna Kumar, former top police officer S.P. Vaid and P.C. Dogra, Lieutenant General V.K. Chaturvedi, retired, and Air Marshal S.P. Singh, retired. Now, these are the signatories, some of the signatories out of these 117 eminent personalities who have condemned the observations that were made by the court. Now, what exactly is the statement? What exactly is the open letter? Let us also go through this particular letter. It is a 4-page letter, but I will read it out to you, some part of it. which I think is relevant and which we should read. And as I speak, you will also see this entire statement on your screen. Now, in the first point, the letter starts saying that it is a statement by concerned citizens and it is addressed to CJI NV Ramanna. It starts off as, we as concerned citizens do believe that the democracy of any country will remain intact till all the institutions perform their duties as per the constitution. Recent comments by the two judges of the Honorable Supreme Court have surpassed the Lakshman Rekha and compelled us to issue an open statement. The bureaucrats, the ex-judges, the ex-bureaucrats and ex-retired officers in this particular letter says that the remarks made by the two judges of the Supreme Court have surpassed all the Lakshman Rekha, and that is why they were compelled, they were forced to write this open letter to CJI and Ramanna. In the first point they say, by no stretch these observations, which are not part of the judicial order, can be sanctified on the plank of judicial propriety and fairness. Such outrageous transgressions are not without parallel in the annals of judiciary. Second point says that Nupur Sharma sought access to justice system before the highest court, as that court alone could consider grant of relief being sought. The observations that have no connect jurisprudentially with the issue raised in the petition transgressed in an unprecedented manner all canons of dispensation of justice. She was de facto denied access to justice. This is what the letter says. She was de facto denied access to judiciary. In the third point, it says that the observations that were made by the court also graduate to most unjustifiable degree, that this was only to fan an agenda. Court had also slammed Nupur Sharma and said that the statement made by her was completely unnecessary, and the court said that it was maybe only to fan a particular agenda, or it might be for some nefarious activities or either for cheap publicity, and that her loose tongue set the country on fire. This is what the court had observed in its oral observation. The fourth point of this open letter says that legal fraternity is bound to be surprised and shocked at the observation that an FIR should lead to arrest. The observations on other agencies in the country without notice to them are indeed worrisome and alarming. In the fifth point, it says urgent rectification steps are called for, as these have potentially serious consequences on democratic values and security of the country. Furthermore, in the sixth point, it says that emotions have flared up extensively on account of these observations that, in a sense, dilute the barbaric dastardly beheading in broad daylight in Udaipur, a case which is under investigations. Point number 7 says the observations judgmental in nature. It says that these observations that were made by the vacation bench were judgmental in nature. It says that on issues not before the court are crucification of the essence and spirit of the Indian Constitution, forcing a petitioner by such damning observations, pronouncing her guilty without trial, and denial of access to justice on issues raised in the petition can never be a facet of democratic society. Furthermore, it says that a rational mind is bewildered not only at the jurisprudential transgression but also the sweep of the same, as judges hit out no holds barred at agencies and making innuendo reflections about her clout. Furthermore, it says the observations are too serious to be overlooked if rule of law democracy has to sustain and blossom, and deserve to be recalled with stance that soothes minds that care for justice. It further says that the Honorable Supreme Court, instead of safeguarding the fundamental right of the petitioner, refused to take cognizance of the petition and force the petitioner to withdraw the petition and instead approach the appropriate forum, that is High Court, knowing fully well that High Courts do not have the jurisdiction to transfer or club the FIRs or cases registered in other states. One fails to understand why Nupur's case is treated at a different pedestal. Such an approach of the Honorable Supreme Court deserves no applause and impacts the very sanctity and honor of the highest court of the lands. So this is what the open letter which is addressed to the Chief Justice of India says. These are all the signatories, 117 of them. These are the signatories of the letter. As I said, they include 55 former judges. They include at least, as I said, they include 15 former judges, they include 77 former bureaucrats and 25 former senior officials, former retired officials. This is what those are the people who have written these letters. Do let us know what you think about this in the comment box below. For more news and updates, you can log on to www.hwnews.in.